Hi friends, welcome in virtual class standard 10th subject English. I am Mr. Vilas Chaskar working in Sri Mahalakshmi Vidyalaya Umraj, Junnar Pune. Today we are going to learn a poem. The name of the poem is The Twins. Twins, what is meant by twins? Two babies born at the same time to the same mother is called twins. एकाच मातेकडून एकाच वेळी जन्माला आलेली दोन बालकं म्हणजे ट्विन्स. ट्रिपलेट्स. ट्रिपलेट, थ्री बेबीज born at the same time to the same mother is called triplet. Then four twins, quadruplets. Four babies born at the same time to the same mother, five twins. Quintuplets, five babies born at the same time to the same mother is called quintuplets. Then the twins. Brief summary of the poem The Twins. The poem The Twins is written by Henry Shamrock Legge in a lighter vein to amuse the reader by using exaggeration to create a humorous effect. The poet Henry and his brother John were born twins. They were so similar in their looks and appearances. So everyone was puzzled amongst the twins which was which. They were completely interchanged by the nurse whim for Destiny's decision before their names were fixed. Even when the speaker went to the school, their likeness had a very bad and serious effect and followed the two like a shadow all through their lives. The speaker often got punished due to the action of his brother John. So he pleaded everyone what they would do to prove his own identity. The close resemblance also created problems in the domestic life. The speaker's intended bride became his brother's wife. Such a confusion continued to create issues. When the speaker died, the neighbors came and buried brother John. Then look at the poem The Twins, stanza number first. In form and feature, face and limb, I grew so like my brother that folks got taking me for him and each for one another. It puzzled over our kith and kin. It reaches a fearful pitch. For one of us was born a twin, yet not a soul knew which. In the first stanza, there are some new words. Form and feature. It is called structure and appearance. Limb, arm. Folk, people. Kith and kin, relatives. Pitch, limit. Puzzle, confusion. Soul, one's never dying spirit. Then stanza number first, paraphrase. In the first stanza, poet tells that the difficulties and problems faced by identical twins in a funny way. The speaker is a twin in the poem who describes how he got troubles throughout his life to the similar features of their likeness. The speaker tells that my brother John and me are similar in form, feature, face, and limb, as well as the way of living and behaving. Our likeness may be interesting for others, but not for the poet. All the time, we were misunderstood by our friends and relatives. All our friends and relatives were confused, not able to decide which is which. But no one was sure that who was born a twin. Look at example of the first stanza in form and feature, face and limb. This is a line. In this line, there is a figure of speech. The name of the figure of speech is alliteration. Sound F is repeated pleasingly. Then stanza number second. One day to make the matter worse. Before our names were fixed, as we were being washed by nurse, we got completely mixed. And thus, you see, by fate's decree, or rather nurse whim, my brother John got Christian me, and I got Christian him. Look at the new words. Worse, more badly, decree, order, fate, destiny, whim, a prick or sudden change of mind. Christian, naming ceremony. Then look at the paraphrase of stanza number second. In the second stanza, the speaker said that the matter became very worse when our naming ceremony was fixed. By the nurse whim or the decision of destiny, we were completely interchanged. When she was washing us, my name was given to my brother John and his to mine. Then there is figure of speech. Look at the line. As we were being washed by nurse, in this line, the figure of speech is alliteration. Sound W is repeated pleasingly. Then another example, my brother John got Christian me and I got Christian him. Figure of speech is hyperbole or hyperbole or statement for creating a humor. Then stanza number 3. The fatal likeness even dogged my footsteps when at school, and I was always getting flogged. For John turned out full. I put this question fruitlessly to everyone I knew. What would you do if you were me to prove that you were you? Look at the new words. Fatal, harmful. Likeness, similarities. Dogged, continued to follow. Flogged, beaten up. Full, committed a mistake. Fruitless, without result. Prove, to show the fact. Then the paraphrase of stanza number 3. In the third stanza, the speaker says that the likeness chased at school. The speaker was always punished for his brother's naughtiness and foolishness. After all these things, the speaker was restless and asking unanswerable questions to everyone fruitlessly. What you would have done to prove the self identity you are you. In this stanza, there is a figure of speech. Look at the example. And I was always getting plucked. For John turn out full. Figure of speech is hyperbole or hyperbole or statement to create a humor in this line. Then stanza number 4. Our close resemblance turned the tide of my domestic life, for somehow my intended bride became my brother's wife. In fact, year after year the same absurd mistakes went on, and when I died, the neighbors came and buried brother John. Look at the difficult words or new words: resemblance, likeness, turn the tide, change the direction, domestic life, conjugal life, intended, having or have in mind, bride, woman on her marriage day, absurd, foolish, bury, to put away or place in a grave. Then paraphrase of stanza number 4. Look at the paraphrase. In the last stanza, the speaker says that their close resemblance affected the speaker's conjugal life. The speaker's intended bride or would be a wife become his brother's wife. Throughout the life, the same ridiculous and senseless mistakes went on. Even the end of the life, people had confusion that who died and whom to bury. When the speaker died, the neighbors came and buried brother John or John. Look at the example. And when I died, the neighbors came and buried brother John. In this stanza, there is a figure of speech, hyperbole. Hyperbole means overstatement to create a humor. Then, at last, it is exaggeration. It would not happen in the life of twins because people may be confused but, but not immature. लोकही मॅच्युअर झालेली आहेत, सज्ञान झालेली आहेत आणि म्हणून असा गोंधळ होऊ शकत नाही. ही अतिशयोक्ती आहे. मराठी सारांश. ट्विन्स. प्रस्तुत ट्विन्स जुळे या कवितेत कवी हेनरी सामब्रुक लैंग यांनी एकाच मातेकडून एकाच वेळी जन्माला आलेल्या मुलांच्या शारीरिक रचना, रूप व चेहरेपट्टी यांच्यातील सारखेपणामुळे निर्माण होणाऱ्या समस्यांचे काल्पनिक व अतिशयोक्तीच्या शब्दरचनेचा वापर करून विनोदी शैलीने वर्णन केलेले आहे. या कवितेमध्ये कवी आणि कवीचा भाऊ जॉन यांच्यामधील सारखेपणामुळे कवीचे मित्र, नातेवाईक, सगळे सोयरे यांच्यात होणारा गोंधळ वर्णन केलेला आहे. दाईच्या लहरीपणामुळे म्हणा वा नशिबाने त्यांच्या नामकरण विधीच्या वेळी दोघांमध्ये झालेली अदलाबदल यामुळे कवीचे नाव कवीच्या भावाला व कवीच्या भावाचे नाव कवीला देण्यात आले. कवीच्या शालेय जीवनामध्ये कवीच्या भावाने शाळेत केलेल्या खोड्यांमुळे कवीला त्याची शिक्षा भोगावी लागत असे. कवी आणि कवीचा भाऊ यांच्यातील सारखेपणामुळे कवीने स्वतःसाठी निवडलेली वधू कवीच्या भावाची बायको होते. अखेरीस कवीचे निधन होते तेव्हा शेजारील लोक येतात आणि कवीच्या भावालाच दफन करतात. कवी आणि कवीचा भाऊ यांच्यातील सारखेपणामुळे निर्माण झालेल्या समस्या सोडविण्यासाठी कवी प्रत्येकाला तुम्हीच आहात हे सिद्ध करण्यासाठी निरर्थक प्रश्न विचारत आहे. Then appreciation of the poem, The Twins. Look at the first point, title. The title of the poem is The Twins. Next, poet. The name of the poet is Henry Sambrook Lang. Then, rhyme scheme. The rhyme scheme of the poem is A, B, A, B or A, B, A, B, C, D, C, D. Then, figure of speech. The figure of speech are alliteration, hyperbole. Last point, theme or central idea. The central idea of the poem is the physical resemblance creates confusion amongst the people in identifying one from the other twins. Thank you.